Hello, I'm RockOn100000 and welcome to Preview Plus, the first in a long line of Artanes CS mod pack reviews, or mod reviews. So today, we're going to start with a very interesting mod. It's not at all small, and it is called the NetherX Mod. Now, the first thing I'd like to showcase is very simply this soul glass, I believe it's called, soul glass. And we'll get into how you craft that later, but to get to the nether, we've got to first power the soul glass so that we could get right through. And welcome to the NetherX Preview Plus. So we're going to start out right here. We're going to start off right away with the nether tree, which is called vile wood. And you chop this down, it's just like any other wood. And it gives you vile wood planks, which you can use to make stairs, no slabs yet, or sticks, and also bowls. And one thing to note about this, it is completely fire and lava proof. It might burn if lava particles land on it, but it won't be broken. Next up, we've got our 3 nether ores. This is the most common, second most common and rarest. So we've got Itcherite shard, which comes from the Itcherite ore, and you just break it for its shard. That pigment's taking damage. Then you've got Venomite ore, which when you break, much like iron, gives you an ore, which you can then smelt to get Venomite ingots. And now, Necromite gemstone, and this is all about purity, this poison, and this wither. And we're going to get more into that later. But next we should look at why this pigment, this poor pigment, is taking damage. It's these nether thorns, and when you walk over these in survival mode, they will damage you. Get out of here. I'm gonna go ahead and break that quickly. There we go. Next, we've got Necromite tools and weapons, Venomite tools and weapons, all used making the standard recipes, and lastly, your netherrack tools, just basic stuff. Stop dying. Oh, now they're all angry. Fight off all the pigmen. That should do. Alright. So, after that, you're gonna want to start surviving in the nether, so you could break this portal on this side and just stop relying on it. So, in order to do that, you're gonna want to craft yourself, first, a more reinforced building block, which would be this chiseled netherrack made in this pattern. You could then turn that into stairs. Next, you're going to need a furnace that doesn't rely on coal. Who needs coal? And you can make that by making the nether furnace. Now, that's right over here. And one thing to note, I'm not going to note anything to you. One thing to note about this is it does have a chance of melting down and just spewing out your items everywhere. I don't know if it shouldn't destroy the items in the process. Next we have our glowstone torch, and you'll see those are lighting up the area around here. They give a nice yellow redstone effect, and they're decently bright, and those are made simply with a glowstone dust and a stick. There are a few other blocks I've got here. We can get rid of that for now. I don't want to accidentally replace that. And that is the charred chiseled netherrack, and I don't know how to get this. And also the cursed soul sand, which I'd assume you just find hanging around. And this is the quicksand of the nether. Yeah, you'll notice I'm very slowly falling in, so if there's, say, 2 blocks here, you're going to suffocate in survival mode. So, there's that. Next up, we've got soul glass, and this is made by putting soul sand in your nether furnace, and that gives you soul glass. So we'll make a quick bit of this right now. I guess there's no shift clicking compatibility. So take note of that. And as you can see, it's smelting right up. And good. So it didn't freak out. Where'd it go? Oh. Again, no shift clicking compatibility. And this is what you saw at the beginning. This is that glass that's solid unless you apply a redstone signal to it. So that you'll have to go to the overworld for. No redstone here, sadly enough. But you can very much survive in the nether. The panes, I believe the panes work the same. I haven't tested this out, but the panes do look quite nice. Very nice. Now I'm in a chamber. Next up, we've got purification supplies. We'll get to that. I guess we'll get to that now in case we have any unhappy accident. Oh my god. They all just want a piece of me. Die. So, in order to make Venomite Bucket, which is necessary for purifying water, you are going to want to take 3 Venomite in the standard bucket recipe and make a Venomite Bucket. Then you're just going to want to go over to one of these Venom lakes and scoop up a Venom. Now, I'm in creative mode, so that just destroys it, but normally you'd get a bucket of Venom, or a poison bucket, and then you want to craft yourself a crystal cauldron out of nether quartz. Take your poison bucket. It's interesting to note that this can also pick up lava, and you're going to want to go over to wherever you're planning on brewing, place down your crystal cauldron, looks very nice, place in your poison bucket, and then lastly you need an itcherite shard. And remember when I said these are all about purity? Well, boom, now you've got water in the nether, and you could just pick that up with your glass bottles and get on brewing. And now if you look over here, you'll also note that you can use poison, liquid poison, as a cobblestone generator. So you could generate cobblestone in the nether, no need for water. Now next up, we're going to go over here and we're going to look at this. This is a magma block, and if you break it in survival mode, it's just going to give you... Why is there a magma slime here? That's weird. This isn't a fortress. But if you break this in survival mode, it will spew out lava just like breaking ice in survival mode. However, if you blow it up, and I've got a piece of TNT hidden behind there, boom, you will get these. These are magma crystals, and these are going to be useful for building... Oh, it's a big one too. You don't see them this big even outside fortresses. This is unusual. I'm wondering if NetherX changes the spawning of these guys, because I did see a few before when I was setting all this up. So that might be something that's possible. Now, you'll notice these guys have particle effects, and now I do too. That is because poison gives you a poison 2 effect. No surprise there, really. And you can use these magma crystals in the standard recipes to make magma helmets, boots, leggings, chestplate, and these give you just as much defense as chain armor. However, they also make you completely invulnerable, mostly to poison. And now, you will find outcroppings of obsidian here in the nether. I'll just see if I could see any off in the distance. I can't say I do. But, I should go looking around for one of those, really, but whatever. And you can use those to make obsidian doors, obsidian pressure plates. I don't know if these work any different from iron materials, but they're good for building houses. And now, there's some other things here. The excretion table, this is built with 3 obsidian, 5 nether brick, the block or the item, it doesn't really matter, so the item might be cheaper. And a ghast here, and we'll get more into that. The nether bomb, which I could not find a recipe for, and the inferno staff. And what the inferno staff does is pretty cool. We'll just fire it up here. This lets you shoot ghast fireballs, so that's really cool. And then the excretion table we'll get into, and the nether bomb I think we're going to blow up now. I'll just get a redstone lever. Ooh. Or a pressure plate, I guess. And I don't know how to craft this, it doesn't say on the forum page or on the wiki. Oh, but it blows up instantly. And it gives you bigger, yeah, much bigger than your standard explosion. So you're going to want to wire that up with redstone. You're not going to want to be too close to that. Now next up, oh, we're just in that chest. Next up, we've got some mobs. So we're going to go through all these. But first, let's go over here and check out this. Now this is nether farming. Now as you can see here, I've got some netherrack, which you can see right here, and also some glut root, which is this item, and this gives you some potion effect. I'm not quite sure what, but if you combine it with a bowl to make a soup, it doesn't give you that effect. It might be poison. I bet you it's poison. However, if your nether wart and your glut root are taking too long to grow, you can bone meal them with your itcherite shards. And I guess this is what the glut root looks like when it's fully grown, as opposed to the netherrack's fully grown texture. But that's very good, I guess, yeah. Why are guests yelling at me? What did I do? I'm scared. Alright, we're gonna go over here to the excretion table. And now this works. We'll just look at the AI, the UI, whatever. And this you want to curse things, and to do that, you're going to want a cursed book. Cursed book is made with cursed paper and leather, and you can curse basically anything, to my understanding. However, this will double the time on this, and this poison whoever you cut with. So this poisons, and this withers, and this shoots fireballs. And when you curse these, it doubles these effects and halves the time between shots. So it does make sense to prioritize cursing these. Now we'll get some more cursed books from the miscellaneous section, and we'll curse all of this, and I'll show you what it does. So now we're shooting fireballs very fast, and if you curse the tools won't naturally poison or wither the enemy. However, when you curse the tools, they will. Oh, I should get into it. This here is a nether spider, and when you kill it, we're just gonna kill it. We'll use the venomite sword, actually. No, I don't want to kill it away from lava. Go away from the lava. It drops strings, so you can make bows in the nether, and if you find a fortress, you could kill skeletons for their arrows. Now the necromite sword will wither. Can you curse the netherrack sword? I guess you can. The venomite sword will poison, and that shoots fireballs very fast, and we're just gonna see if it tells us what this does. We'll try it out on something. I think it just increases the damage. So that's how you make it. And now we're going to get into the mobs, because I'm sure you've been wondering, where do I get those cursed pieces of paper? Where do I get leather in the nether? Where do I get glut roots? Well, this here is a glutton, and this thing will attack you and steal your food. However, if you have a poison potato, it'll poison it, which is good. They spawn in packs, and they seem to have a hive mind, I think. And when you kill them, it drops bones, leather, and occasionally, we didn't get one this time, glut root. Next up, the blazing charger, and this is a cow, and you kill this guy for the leather you need, and it also drops pre-cooked steak because it's on fire, and there's the leather. Next up, another one of these guys. Sorry about that. Next up, we've got the nether spider, and that's that guy we just killed, and this is your source of string, and I believe, yes, they poison you, which is why your armor is very useful. Next up, we have the brim spell, and the brim spell is living fire, and as you can see, it's moving around, and if we just kill it, I can't kill it, I killed it, they will drop cursed paper. However, let's go into survival mode and try this. They charge towards you. Did I kill it? No, I didn't kill it. Ah, there you go. Now it's dead. They put out the fire around them, and they'll drop some paper. So that's really good. There we go. That's how you get your cursed paper. Next up, the pigmen. And pigmen, I believe, will trade with you. They might? They might not. Alright, I guess they don't. But pigmen seem to really want to fight, maybe? The zombie pigmen? Let's find out. This should give me an egg, right? No? Alright. If we get a zombie pigman, and we spawn him next to a pigman, will they fight? It looks like this guy does, in fact, fight pigmen. We're gonna see. Yeah. Alright, so they will fight, which is really good. So this guy is a good ally to have, and you make him by feeding golden carrots to these guys. And I believe there is a way to get carrots. I'm not quite sure. Next up, we have the gas queen, and instead of using its spawn egg, we're just gonna spawn it right in by right-clicking this altar. And as you can see, oh, it's got a really nice texture. It's going to spawn a gas queen any second now, and we're gonna try and take it out. I guess in creative mode, just to see what it's got in it. It is taking quite a bit of time. Do we need to right-click it again? Go. It is important to note that once it's... Oh, I guess you could break it in creative mode. In survival mode, you won't be able to break it, but it explodes, and then it spawns this, which is the gas queen. Let's get a look at your face. Oh, it just looks like ordinary gas. And I guess this is kind of like the Ergast. It doesn't seem to be aggravated to me. Let's go into survival. Oh, I was flying. That wasn't a good idea. It will shoot very fast at you, and we're gonna kill it and see what it drops. Because I believe it had drops the last item I have yet to cover, but I'm not sure. Did it drop anything? Doesn't look like it. I guess not. Now, there is one other item in this that I can't seem to tell what it does, and this is the gassed egg, and you can't place it, you can't throw it. So, I really don't know what it's for, but maybe you can curse it? Can you curse it? No, you cannot. Can you cook it? Maybe make scrambled gassed egg? Let's try and make some scrambled gassed egg. You cannot make scrambled gassed egg. So that's really all this mod has to offer. It's a great mod. I plan on using it in the future. And yeah, if you really liked the mod, please be sure to tell me. You could find a link for this mod in the description below. Oh, I didn't go over this actually. These are just standard building blocks. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed. This has been Rock on 11000 of Artanes CS, and we'll see you next time. Bye!